If you're single and you love to get married, especially in this era when everything is really bad in terms of the dating world, I have some advices, I have some recommendations that can be of immense help to you, and that's what I'm bringing today. The first thing I want you to know is when it comes to human beings, we have three sets of human beings. We have people who are the doer, we are the people who are the watchers, they just watch, and then we are the people who are the destroyers, they just destroy. So when you can identify these three, please take this up because I'm going to use this as an example as we proceed. The doers, the watchers, and the destroyers. Nobody in this world will not enter one of these three. So when you want to get married, either male or female, you need to watch out for these three: the doer, the watcher, and the destroyer. And the way this plays out in you is once you meet a girl or you meet a guy, everybody starts from their good perspectives and their best. So you start from, oh, I'm not this, I'm not that. Nobody's going to tell you their worst personality on the first date or on the first night or on the first day you are meeting. Everybody's going to play it down. So even if somebody tells you I'm a very terrible person, or he's going to say it like it's funny because he's really terrible, he knows, but he won't tell you to the extent of being terrible that he is. And then you start the relationship one after the other. My first recommendation is, please, when you start a new relationship, don't get involved with sex. What sex does is it removes your ability to see the truth by covering it with emotions of pleasure. Once you can pleasurize, then you can't see the truth again. And that is the problem till the truth hits you on the head. Most people get into marriage and get hit with the face of truth, not because they couldn't have seen what they are seeing now in marriage when they were dating, but they mirage that with pleasure. Because at the end of the day, you won't really have anything to discuss again. You know, when sex is not there, you really see the idea that the person carry, you really see their soul, you really see their mind. But once sex is involved, what else? Because if he calls you, he's going to tell you, when are you coming? Blah, blah, blah. This is what I will do today. This is what you should do tomorrow. And then you two are excited about it. You say we are vibing. You are not vibing. You are destroying that relationship. You are destroying that friendship. Because it's going to be about sexuality and your body. You are looking beautiful. What's wrong with you? That's the only thing that will remain. But once you avoid that, the reality will come out. The real idea of that man will come out. Because he's going to be getting angry. He wants to argue. You say, no, not now. You say, what does this one mean? Then you can quickly see their behavior. The same thing with a woman. But then, if you say, oh, it's the 21st generation, we all have to do this because who else will date you without dating you? Once you go into that, you erode the possibility of you knowing what is in that relationship. And that's why most people will discover who their husbands and wives are after they are married, because that is when you now have the real world hit at you. Then you see what is in them, which you should have seen if you have had the sex. And remember, the doer, the watcher, and the destroyer. If you're married to the doer, then he start working, he starts implementing. He's going to grow your garden. He's going to make everything good. They won't hurt you. They're always there to protect you. They're always there to do your bidding. They are more like the people who grow the community positively. But once you marry somebody who's a watcher, he will watch you wither. He will watch you get destroyed. He's going to play with your emotion to the point that it will destroy you, will destroy your psychological advantage, destroy your confidence, put you into self-doubt. He's going to destroy everything because he's going to watch you do it by yourself. And he's going to play, I don't know what you are doing, I did not have a hand in it, but he's going to watch you destroy yourself simply because largely he's a watcher. And then if you have the destroyer, they won't wait for you to destroy yourself. They come at you to destroy you directly. And everything you do or say or will do, they will destroy it. You have a business, they won't allow you to do it. You have a travel to make, you are not going anywhere. Even if you have a real job, they'll tell you there is an advantage you are getting from the job different from the job itself. You know, when somebody works, instead of them to support it, they're going to go full blown out for you. There's a reason you're going to that job. Why are you working so hard? Because they don't have anything to do. They're going to destroy what you have in plans and actually destroy the future. So when you are dating, the only advantage for you to know who you are dating is when you avoid that intimacy. Their real self will come out. At least, even for people in the world, they will tell you stay a little for 3, 4, 5, 6 months before you start sleeping with him or her, so that you can see the real truth. Because in the beginning, love is usually strong. You know, when somebody likes you or you like someone, it's always very strong. You don't see their inadequacies and you go all out for them. But at some point, you will start seeing the inadequacies. Oh, why is your mouth smelling? Aha! Inadequacies is showing. Oh, this boy I thought was smelling nice the first day because you saw him at a party when he's well dressed. Now he's at home when he's just going to watch football at the side of the house and he's not fully dressed. You're not as tall as I saw because he was on the Timberland, so he was taller. But now he's into his real self. Oh, this guy doesn't have the hips I thought she had because she was wearing some pads. She was coming to a party. Now the reality is out because now she's going to choir practice and she's not wearing the pads. Then you will now be able to evaluate if what you want is what you are getting. Don't do what I ordered and what I got. And that is the first way you have to put this in play. Number 2, once you see red flags in any relationship, don't continue with that relationship. Let me tell you from experience, over a decade experience, red flags don't go away. They are always there. So once you start dating someone and you see the red flags, do not ignore unless it's a red flags you can cope with naturally. A lot of people make the error of thinking their boyfriend or girlfriend will change after marriage, or maybe because when she gives birth to children she will change. Nobody changes, male or female. Nobody changes. Habits are habits, and everybody developed it over time, and it's difficult to change. The only thing is, once you have an habit, it's pairable with another person. Let me tell you this, I've seen a man and a woman, all they do in their house is to drink. In the evening when both of them come back from work, their children know they would have chilled drinks for them, beer. And then the two of them will go to the front of the house. They have a hut there where they have TV. Husband and wife will sit down. This one is drinking beer. This one too is drinking beer. And they'll be there gisting and shouting on themselves on Arsenal and Man U till they go back to sleep. Now, if I was married to somebody who drinks, I will have hypertension. You know why? I am not made like that. You have to find your bone. You have to find your peer. Don't be under pressure to marry a fine girl and then you ignore all the red flags. Don't be under pressure to say I'm 32 and I have to marry tomorrow and then you ignore all the red flags. That marriage will still be destroyed because you are not getting your peer. Look for your peer. And when I mention peer, it's across everything. Social, religion, financial, everything. Habits, character, everything, even in beauty. You can marry a woman who is not that beautiful, but you say, okay, maybe the hips is good. And then after 2 children, the hips is no longer as good. And then you remember she's not even beautiful. No, you are causing doom for that marriage. Choose the person that your own spirit aligns with, that you can stomach her excesses or his excesses. Don't think in marriage you will try and blend him. Oh, he doesn't dress well. And then in marriage you buy him clothes. You are joking. Once you buy those clothes, he's going to pick yellow shoe and green clothes and wear together. And then you'll be screaming, why is my husband dressed like this? I thought I showed you the clothes you wear. Yeah, I said, but I don't like the clothes you chose. Because after you went for work, I chose the one I love, which is the opposite of what you like. So if you're already seeing wearing yellow and green already, and you can't cope with it, that's a red flag. Let it go. Don't say he's a nice man, he provides for me. The only problem he has is just 2 things. He smokes and doesn't sleep at home properly. That's the 2 things that will destroy the house. The only 2 things is because he wears wrong clothes and he farts heavily. Those are the 2 things that spoil the house. If somebody farts and I get irritated, I won't continue the relationship because it's just one fart in a real marriage when there is real pressure. Remember, marriage will bring times 100 of the pressure you have today, and ordinary fart can get you so pissed off that you send out of the house. And some people be like, come on, what's ordinary fart? Until you are married. I always say this, you think marriage is between 2 people, 2 adults who can resolve their issues? No, marriage is between 2 demons. Marriage is between 2 people who are filled with different spirits, 2 people filled with different education, filled with different religion, filled with different belief, filled with different family, filled with different body structure. And you have to put all this together and put it in marriage to work because of some children you are going to deliver who will also take away part of the love you have for each other. Marriage is the most difficult thing on earth, and you have to get it right by getting along with somebody you have not seen any red flags in after a while of dating. That is my recommendation if you are single, and that's it.